heart and it made me so strong. I'm on my way, I'm back to the start. I've been waiting so long. I'm on my way, I opened my heart and it made me so strong. I'm on my way now, I'm on my way, whoa. I'm on my way now, I'm on my way, oh yeah. I'm on my way.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Gregor. Welcome to the stream. And today I am really not looking forward to playing this. Yeah, we will be doing the Elder Scrolls Redguard. Sorry, the Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard. And that's kind of important because. So basically, what happened back in like 1997, 8, I don't remember. But like around the late 90s, like it was the time after Daggerfall, the second Elder Scrolls game, had come out. The first being Arena, which was more of like a dungeon crawler. The second one, Daggerfall, was where they kind of, expanded a little bit, and it surprisingly caught on, even though it had very, 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 very many bugs. It was like one of the buggiest releases of the time, or like probably the buggiest release of the time. And there was like also a time when there were like patching and stuff, because the internet wasn't that much of a thing. But yeah, it caught on. So Bethesda at the time decided they would do some companion games. They would kind of like split the series off into the Elder Scrolls Adventures. I think there's like only 2 games though, because like neither of them performed very well. There's like this one, there's Redguard, which we're gonna see very soon. And there was also, I think, Battlespire, if I'm not mistaken, which was kind of like more of a first-person action kind of thing, like action RPG. And what we're going to see is a kind of third-person adventure thingamajig, I guess. Hack and slash platforming, bit of everything, bad voice acting, etc., etc. If you thought Crusaders of Might and Magic was a crappy spin-off from last time, then do I have the treat for you? Let's see. Oh, okay, that's weird. It's not capturing? Oh, there we go. Okay. So at least it is capturing video. Oh, that sucks. So I'm gonna like start a new game. I tried like testing this. It handles very badly. But yeah, I kind of like need to see. Yeah, sound levels seem to be okay, at least. So basically, Redguard is a third-person action adventure kind of thing. It's not very good, unfortunately. And it also hasn't aged very well. I'm just gonna like shut up now for now. Like let this play out. It's like a lot of. It's like so bad. I love this already. it wasn't obvious that they had like big expectations of this title with like how much like a movie they wanted to be. The intro scene, kind of.
It is late in the Second Era,
There we go.
a time of war, as the empire of Tiber Septim sweeps through the kingdoms of Tamriel in a glorious bid for conquest. Septim is opposed on all sides, but never more fiercely than by Hammerfell, the ancestral home of the Redguards. The High King of Hammerfell, Thasard II, resists the imperial invasions even as he sees other kingdoms crumble, until at last, without warning and surprisingly devoid of court treachery, death takes its full measure. With its High King dead,
This is, by the way, what we
Hammerfell is
call the writer
plunging
being
into
way
a
too
bloody
smart
civil
for
war
themselves.
between the crowns, fighting for their
And way
homeland's
too full of
continued
themselves as well.
sovereignty, and the forebears who have finally accepted the Emperor's rule. The crowns, led by the heir to Thasad, Prince Ator, are continually victorious, spilling the blood of the forebears across Hammerfell's sands. From his seat of power in the port city of Stros-Makai, Prince Ator slowly reunites his father's unraveled kingdom.
But then,
Feeling
No,
their
never mind.
impending defeat, the forebears sign a pact with the Emperor, allowing him to bring his armies in, crush the crowns, and rule Hammerfell as his own. Tiber Septim's armies prove too much for the proud Redguard crowns. Tiber Septim sends his best commander, Lord Richten, to Stros-Makai to close the grip on Prince Ator and the crowns. The prince rallies his forces for one last stand. Knowing that Hammerfell's sovereignty is at stake, the crown forces match the might of the Empire, meeting them in the harbor of Stros-Makai for the final battle. The fighting is fierce. Lord Richten, having seen the prince's victories at sea before, decides to bring his last resource to the fore. The dragon, Nathalilagus, proud jewel of the Imperial crown.
what?
Ator commands his archers to ready their weapons, but is struck down himself by Richten's assassin, felled by an arrow whose poison spreads too fast. Ator's wizard attempts to save the prince, but the dragon ends his magic and the crown's hope for victory in a single fiery breath.
Oh,
Having conquered the crowns, the Emperor's forces claim rule over all of Hammerfell. Imperial garrisons are stationed at every city, and Richten himself is named provisional governor of Stros-Makai. Months pass. The Redguards of Hammerfell, both crown and forebear, learn to live under the new imperial rule, and Tiber Septim extends his reach into the rest of Tamriel. It is only through fate that any of this will come to concern our hero, Cyrus, a Redguard who long ago left
Wow.
Hammerfell to wander the borderlands of the Empire.
Krymie Cyrus, eto forwakacer okodor.
Let's make this short, Sarathra. I've got work to do.
Balizia hataratatami. Sitio,
I leave with Duardine's men in an hour.
Renrigi intnor. Hoko o imperial ja, iko pofam rototvelk.
You should know you got me the job.
Tragir. Sratra kol kotero to Hammerfell. Boshe in rot.
The seal is broken.
Sratra warrega.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Nukodwadin. Sratra X Kyle.
Izara.
Rolita dek kaudor.
I need a ship.
To board the koi Sratra nakovek warabarashi.
so yeah, we are looking for our sister in this
Money,
game.
too.
Sridwadin ja. Epako ja srik. Pur Sratra kadoiliter beko.
We haven't spoken in 10 years. There was trouble.
Kakatar.
I killed her husband.
Oh no. So far the the plot's kind of like
prodigal
schizophrenic,
son, Cyrus,
going from like place
returns
to place
the
to
province
place.
of his birth. He buys passage to the island of Stosmakai in the hopes of rescuing his sister, Izab.
It's like so loud.
Get below is what the pilot said to the wet-haired knaves before him.
The Restless League is claiming this cargo.
Said the other with cruel clarity.
Probably wouldn't make a difference if I told you I had no time for this.
This is about Redguard armor, boy. Stand aside.
Yes, a doubtful notion it is. Piracy and politics. But there you have it.
Never been much for politics. In my day, piracy was honest work.
Don't be a hero, boy.
Where's the money in that?
And yea, verily, by his bravery they were impressed for a scant few seconds.
Oh, and then suddenly it cuts out. Okay. So I'm gonna like see if I can lower the audio a little bit more. Okay, I think this is better. So yeah, if you weren't paying attention in the last 10 minutes, we learned about 10 years of Redguard history. We found out that the protagonist's sister is in trouble, and now we are like...
Rusty, move over. Get to his other side.
How do I... Oh, okay.
Yes. Look, small. This cargo's ours.
Okay. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm meant to be doing. I think like I have like the use key to slash. I can jump. I can sheath it for whatever reason.
Hit, but it won't. No!
Ugh. The voice acting is amazing.
Captain, good to see you back in command.
Ah, please call me Brennan. You disposed of those ruffians so quickly, I had no time to retrieve my sword from my cabin.
Or my voice actor from the cabinet.
Look, over there.
I mean, okay.
Let us move on before more show up.
I was like, okay, look at that ship, but now we're leaving. It's like, what? I've got questions about this game, so many questions. And yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna be answered, to be honest. So what's now? More cutscenes? And by the way, there's like actually one song playing in the background like this whole time. There's like the single one song that also played in the intro scene and in the menu and here. Methinks the budget might have not been very much.
I hope this letter finds your hands, friend.
Okay.
My latest travels have brought me to Stosmakai, and no one here has seen your sister for 3 months. I fear the worst. I feel obligated to stay for a few weeks. I'll be at the Dragon Tail Inn should you return. Tobias.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, this... Oof.
Ah, Cyrus.
Yeah.
And how do you do?
Like the animation. It's like even the game is playing at like what, like 20 odd frame rate.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Your health, lad.
Hi.
Brennan, can I have a minute?
Anything for your like, Cyrus.
What's with this guy's voice?
I am looking for my sister Izara. Perhaps you have heard of her.
I'm afraid not. Before the Empire cleaned things up, Stros Mackay was a pirate haven.
Oh, this guy's probably
Avoided
high.
by
Like,
honest merchants like myself.
The pirates who attacked us spoke of a restless league. Have you heard of them?
Other captains tell me the remaining banditti have organized themselves against
why is he
the
speaking
Empire's
Italian?
crackdown
It's like
on
the
smuggling and
point of
piracy.
banditti.
How has Stros Mackay fared under its new imperial masters?
The locals are still chafing at the bit, but in time, they will come to appreciate the benefits of membership in the Empire.
That's so, hmm?
Also, yeah, yes, the sound effects are like way louder than the actual voice. So like they're speaking, you know, like he's like the splashing in the background.
I'm meeting a friend at the Dragon Tail. Can you direct me?
I can't recommend it, but it's the only drink hole in this godforsaken town. Up the bridge, you see to the right, through the gate to the town square, you'll see the sign.
Okay.
The Empire has done well in its conquest of Hammerfell, you think?
Absolutely. No offense, but Hammerfell is in need of some
Why am I even
law
playing
and
this?
order.
Why did I put this in a
It
list?
seems the Empire has not eliminated all the pirates from Stros Mackay.
Apparently so. They've become bold, attacking a ship so far into Hunting Bay. But give it time. The Empire has only been here a few months.
Hey, thank you
Thanks.
for
We'll
that,
talk later.
I guess. So let's see controls. I kind of like rebinded everything, so WSAD is move, even though the frame rate leaves a lot to be desired of. Okay, I can actually break these. So Q is unsheath weapon, E is use, and
One moment.
you can
Go
actually...
about your business, Redguard.
It's actually contextual, which is for like how the game looks. This is like very impressive, having contextual, like a contextual action button, because it's also the same button when you put like you pull your sword out. It's the same button that allows you to do this slash. There's a jump. There's a oh, look. Okay, so this is like the camera control, I guess, and yeah, we should have something like inventory and stuff. It's entirely, by the way, keyboard control. There's no mouse, which I hate so much. So do we have like a journal or something? From Sarathra, my fixer in Wayrest, I received a letter from Tobias concerning the disappearance of my sister Izara. Set sail to the island of Stros Mackay in Hammerfell. With Assad being dead and Prince Ator defeated by Imperial Admiral Richton at the final battle of Stros Mackay, Imperial garrisons are stationed in every Hammerfell city, and Lord Richton reigns as provisional governor of Stros Mackay. Okay. Defeated pirates of the Restless League attack on Brennan's ship. Wow. Yeah, okay, this is... Oh, this game is gonna be unique. I can feel it already. Like the frame rate, I don't get why the frame rate is so bad. It's like an option in the... like display that... No. Literally the only options in display is like movie interlace or subtitles. I actually don't want movie interlace, so yeah. Oh, wow. It also doesn't seem like I have the... this runs through DOSBox. And I have the window bar up as well. It doesn't seem to be struggling at all with like the CPU cycles. It just
ahoy there,
runs
sailor.
like
Can I have
that.
a word with you?
I wonder if I can like raise the CPU cycles with Control F5. I think.
Greetings, stranger.
What can I do for you, friend?
The question is, what can I do for you? The young stranger in town, fearless, footloose, and fancy-free, a little light of purse, perhaps? I have a proposition that may appeal, but
Okay.
first allow me to introduce myself.
That's like a
Cotero,
weird intro, but
contractor
sure, why
of
not?
Stros Mackay, at your service.
Saris. Charmed. I wonder if you know my sister, Izara.
Oh really? And we have like all the same
Stros
prompts
Mackay
for
to find out what's
everyone in the
happened to
game.
I'm afraid I don't know her. I'm just a simple working man. You might try Redkius up at the Dragon Tail. Pretty much everyone in Stros Mackay passes through his door eventually.
What do you know about a group of ruffians calling themselves the Restless League?
Damn them and their bloody-minded ways. They've done more to ruin Stros Mackay than the Four Bears and Empire combined.
Oh
If it weren't
god.
for them, this city would have been at peace months ago.
Oh, it just like keeps
haven't been
getting
in
bigger and
Hammerfell
bigger.
since
Do I really want to hear this? I
How'd you
mean,
like
probably,
being a
but
citizen of the Empire?
it's so
Sure
it's like
beats
such a bad
war,
way
my
of doing
young
this, like
friend. I won't lie to you,
front-loading your
though.
game with so much
Hard
dialogue.
to find honest labor these days.
It's like,
Four
yeah,
Bears
we
would
have
rather
to
smirk
show
than
people
live,
what this game
and
is
the
about and what
crowns
the
don't
plot
have
is.
to back for
So
it
we have
anymore.
a 10 to 15 minute.
Sounds like the crowns are taking their
We
defeat.
have
pretty
like a
hard.
10
Yeah,
to
I've
15
always
minute
stayed out of
intro,
politics,
and
bad
then
for
on top of
business.
that we have like another 10
Crown,
or so
Four
minutes
Bear,
of
I don't
dialogue,
care. As
and
long as that coin is true. My philosophy is what's done is done. Live and let live. The grass is always greener, you know?
axioms, more axioms, please.
I guess the Four Bears are still savoring victory in the Civil War, eh?
Yeah, you could say that, although you might not want to say it in their faces. They're a touchy lot these days.
What with having lost the word? Four Bears touch. Oh, this is like the best dialogue prompt ever. Four Bears touchy. Yeah, that's not like an actual, like, someone sat down, wrote the dialogue list and said, how can we condense this, line of dialogue into like one or two words? Four Bears touchy. Of course.
I've been up north
It's like,
for years,
yes.
but I was pretty sure the Four Bears won the war.
Of course they did. And the Four Bears like to bust up the dragon tail just in case anyone doubts it. Some ungenerous crowns like to point
Ungenerous.
out the Imperial flags flying all over the palace and the Imperial soldiers patrolling the streets. None of my concern, though. Haha, you know what I mean?
haha, you know what I mean? Haha.
I'm supposed to meet a friend of the Dragon Tail.
What is it about like late 90s
Building a
games that
watering
had
hole
like
in
this
town.
this
Follow the
this
ramps
much
uphill to the town
awful
square.
like voice
Bit
acting?
of friendly advice.
I don't get it.
Watch your step. The Four Bears are a touchy lot these days.
I'm gonna have to ask about the touchy
You call
Four
yourself
Bears.
a contractor. What does that mean?
Over here we have someone who needs something done. Over there we have someone who's looking for work. How do they find each other? That's where I come in.
Oh, don't come in. Gross.
Tell me about this job you have for me.
A simple task. Pick up an amulet from the Gasta and deliver it to the governor's palace. Now, to be honest, I've been having trouble finding someone to take the job. But I'm sure a robust lad such as yourself pays no attention to silly local superstitions.
Such as?
Are you interested?
Sure.
Sure. I'll take the job.
Splendid. Here's your 100 gold. I'll have the rest for you after you deliver the amulet to the governor. Well, I'm sure you won't have any trouble, but, you
Probably want to do this during daylight,
this
really.
during the daylight.
Huh. Can I abandon the job?
Refresh my memory about this job you hired me for.
A
And
simple
also
task.
let me
Pick
speak
up an amulet from the Gasta and
faster.
deliver it to the governor's palace.
Who's Nagasta?
Nagasta?
Yeah, a harmless old hermit. The more superstitious of my fellow citizens repeat silly rumors about him, but I put no stock in their tales. He lives in the old wizard's tower. Just follow the shoals on the northwest side of the island.
Any idea what's so important about this amulet?
That's between the Gasta and the governor. I just get paid to find a delivery man.
Okay.
How much are you offering for this job?
Like I said, I've been having trouble hiring for this job, so I'm upping the rate a bit. 100 up front and 200 more after completion.
Okay.
That's pretty high for a simple delivery.
I mean, he just told you the catch. There's like
The
superstitions.
pay's proportional to the danger. Nagasta's tower isn't exactly on the main road, you know?
God.
So you may have a little trouble getting there. Nothing that you can't handle, I'm sure.
Shouldn't he tell us this before
can I
giving
find
us
the
like
governor's
the front, like
Straight
the
at top of the
upfront
hill.
payment?
You can't miss it. The
Like,
grandest
what if I change my
structure in
mind, just like run off with like
Schloss
100
maybe in
gold?
all of Hammerfell. Quite the tourist attraction before the late unpleasantness.
Well, let me tell you all about the late
What
unpleasantness.
superstitions do the locals harbor about
It
this
should only
macaster?
take me like 15
Oh,
minutes.
you know, they call him a necromancer. Prattle about him stealing people's souls, armies of undead, you know, that sort of thing.
It's like a pretty
Nothing a
blasé
well-armed
comment about like
fellow like
necromancy, which
yourself would
like
worry
supposedly in like the Elder Scrolls series is like a big deal.
How is the Restless League
At least like in
responsible
Daggerfall
for
it was,
ruining
and that's
Stros
kind of like in the
Macabre?
same time period I think as
Burning
this.
and plundering half the cargoes headed for this port, stirring up the Imperials to ever more ruthless repression. The League doesn't seem to
Oppression,
realize
not
that
repression.
the war is over, and they lost.
When it's like an occupying army, it's oppression, not repression.
You're saying the League
Damn it.
was allied with the Crowns?
That depends on who you ask. I don't know.
Am I actually gonna get to do stuff?
For
an action-adventure game, this has, like, very little of the action part. Not a lot of the adventure either, actually.
Shittiest?
A friendly local lizard. Not that I have anything against him, or her, or whatever.
Okay.
Can't ever tell with those Argonians. Runs the Dragon Tail, the tavern on the town square.
We'll talk later.
No, my god, was that a threat? It's like the game, yeah, you'll talk later. Whether you like it or not.
Hey, sailor.
May I trouble you for a moment, my lady?
What?
Lady, you say? You must be new in town. Besides, Fiona would have remembered you.
Siona is very nice to use
Sorry.
Siona's name
That
during
is so.
casual conversation so that Siona's like conversation companion knows who Siona is.
Do you know a young lady named Izara? My sister, last seen over 3 months ago.
Zara, yes. I see the family resemblance. Can't say I know her, though. She was all caught up in them troubles we had when the young prince was killed.
Oh, your voice acting is so
What is news around
Low.
Stros Macabre these days?
like even lower than normal.
That it's best to keep your mouth shut or end up in the catacombs. Or worse.
Have you heard anything about a group called the Restless League?
They claim to fight the Empire, but they seem more interested in plunder from what I can tell.
She's
They
like
make
in a
a
rush
point
to
to
go
target
somewhere.
Fortress, so I guess
Everybody-
they aren't all
it's like-
bad.
The
A friend is meeting me at
the voice
Dragon.
direction in this game
you know
is
it?
very all over the
Yeah,
place.
Fiona
Again,
knows it all right. Used to be a favorite of mine till that damn lizard barkeep got all high and mighty on me. Does this friend have a name?
does he?
Tobias. Do you know him?
Did Hundine hate goblins? Of course I know him. One of my best customers, and I'm no lie. Any friend of Tobias is a friend of the owner. I'll be happy to help you out any way I can.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me. Tell me more about the recent troubles in Stros Macabre.
You know, the civil war between the Crowns and the Forebears. You really aren't from around here, are you?
Tell me more about
Oh
the Crowns.
god.
They supported Prince Ator after his father died. True Redguard patriots. More's the pity.
Takes
What are these
forever.
forebears? Who are they?
Forebears? Pah! And they call me a whore. Sold out the prince and left us with the streets full of foreign soldiers and not an honest ring to any heel.
What?
Was my sister involved in the Civil War in some way?
Okay. That made no sense, but
I
sure.
don't want to spread gossip, especially not to her brother. But they say she was friends with the prince.
Mm-hmm.
Good friends, you know. So it's no wonder she disappeared when Fat Boy came to town.
Fat Boy.
Oh, sorry. I mean his Imperial Highness
Fat Boy
President
Slim,
Governor
you know,
Lord.
the rapper, I guess. Hmm.
This lizard Barkeep. An Argonian?
Don't know his politics, but that Shittiest is a damn nuisance to us working girls. Pretensions of grandeur he has. Nobody before there in there now anyway. And I wouldn't catch that gut for any copper coin.
Tell me about this Richten.
He's a bad one, he is. Fiona can tell. Invited me up to the palace once, but I won't be back. Maybe Fiona's not a fine lady, but she's an honest working girl and doesn't like being treated like dirt. And she definitely doesn't like being watched by that sneaking, prick-eared shadow.
Wait, why is this?
You don't care for Shittiest then?
Well, he's not a bad sort for a lizard. Him and me just don't see eye to eye on the friendship of the thighs, so to speak.
Friendship of the thighs.
But he
Wait,
knows anyone
what?
who's anyone on this island.
What now? Oh?
These
No.
catacombs.
It took like
some
what,
kind of
30
dungeon.
minutes to get to like
That's
actual
where Fat Boy's
nonsensical
always been
dialogue.
crowns you can catch under the palace where the dragon lives.
Where is the governor's palace?
The poor dead prince's palace, you mean? Just keep climbing up the hill. You can't miss it. But don't expect to sneak your way in.
Who is this shadow you speak of?
That boy's pet assassin, Raz. A ghoul from furthest Morrowind, they say. Those red eyes of his are watching me. No, Siona won't be back to the palace. Not for all the coin in Hammerfell.
A dragon lives in these catacombs?
That's how Fat Boy beat the crowns. The Imperials, at least, think the dragon's still down there, laying about on the Royal Sea of Coin.
We'll talk later. Be careful.
No, don't. We won't. I like that you can actually exit like wherever. And like make saves there, which is nice.
It's locked.
People locking their own houses? Insane! I was like, do I have to talk to
Well?
like anyone else?
Hello, my name is Cyrus.
And mine is Trithic, lad.
I'm looking for my sister Izara. Perhaps you've seen her?
Oh god.
I do not know the name, but so many have been lost since the dragon arrived.
She went missing about 3 months ago.
If she was with the crowns, I would count her among the casualties. Richton's slaughter was elegant only in its thoroughness.
Why does this guy speak like
The ship that brought me here
what's
was
his
set
name?
upon by some rascals called the Restless League.
the
What do you know about them?
They were
Sure,
the necessary
what's his name?
cancer of a nation divided and
God damn
at
it.
war, grown at the borders where the kingdom's skin is most contested by the foreign sword. Fearless men, whose names are all too often
yeah, I forget what
breathed
his
in
name is, but he speaks like that, like the
Don't believe them too
Captain
wrong,
Kirk.
for even the prince had their ear.
It seems quiet here, especially for a port city.
Quiet.
How fares
I
Jordan
mean, I
Khan
don't
under
know.
Imperial rule?
Like, people
Defeat
don't
is
seem to
read
be able
in
to shut
every
up.
native face, my boy. The war cost the city much, including its voice. The crowns are no more. As kingless as Yokuda, lost now to songs
No,
which
stop!
one
No,
could
no,
sing.
no, 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 no.
Just ripped in here. Overmuch.
Stop
The
putting in
governor
like flavor
refused to
text.
cross
It's
Makai.
like bad enough as it is
So-
without me having to wonder who Yokuda. Fuck!
I have not
I guess I don't
heard
have to
mention of
wonder
Yokuda since my
Who
childhood.
Yokuda is. Well done.
The first land, where the Redguards came from in blessed Hunting's Day.
Is that it? Oh, now I have to know who
I saw the
hunting
statue of
is.
Hunting on my way into port. I'm surprised Rickton hasn't leveled it yet.
He cannot or will not, for it keeps the goblins out of
It
Strass
keeps
Makai,
the
out
long
and
paws
hungry.
goblins out of Strauss
Such
Kai.
is Frandar Hunding's grace that he blinds them still.
There are goblins under Stros Makai?
And worse, but you needn't worry about them. They are doomed to the dirt and bother the Redguard no more.
Was that like a different voice actor there?
What did the Imperials
Oh.
do to the prince?
Oh, my
A
poor
Tor was
eyes.
slain at sea, and there his body was lost, thankfully. Already the obligatory prophecy of his return has begun. Spoken in hush, an ill surrogate for true hope.
This guy, like
The
whoever voiced
Redguard
this
should
guy
know
feels like
better.
he
Be blind
he
to
doesn't know like what
desperate
English
fools.
is and
Visage
constantly has
sun
to,
has
I don't know, like pause
Wind swift
or
and sadly,
you know,
never to return.
like there's like
So
so
a
many
Tor
long
had
pauses
dealings
in
with
this
the
dialogue.
Restless League,
It's infuriating.
Never openly. For then even
And
the
in like the worst place,
thought
like
the
he said,
League
now never
untrustworthy. Now they are
openly.
Hammerfell's
Like,
land.
what?
Ator's death sent them into hiding, and Dragonfire keeps them there.
It's like the voice actor was in the sound booth, and the voice director was kind of like showing him like what he has to read, but it was like 2 or 3 words on a card at a time. So it's like, yeah, you know, you have to read like this, and then it's like this as well, and that's like all these awkward pauses.
So Ator had dealings with the Restless League then.
God,
Never openly. For then even the crown
Never
thought the League
openly.
untrustworthy. Now they are Hammerfell's last. Ator's death sent them into hiding,
and Dragonfire keeps them there.
What?
How can you be thankful that Printador's body was lost at sea?
Insofar that the seabed may claim him before the necromancer does, that is all. That his soul may rest easy from the snare surround.
Tell me about the necromancer.
A westward evil, a seat in the ash-gray shoals, on parade now that the Empire's here, lad. So don't die.
Shatner, William
is the
Shatner, that's
snare
like who
surround?
speaks like this.
The
I just
necromancer's
remember.
curse, rising in the near here, only a death away.
This guy
Its magic
sounds like a
snatches
worse
at your
version
soul,
of William
to
Shatner.
perish, to fuel some darker deed still.
How far west?
He
are
speaks
the
in
shores?
like starts
Not a day's
and
journey.
stops,
Just follow
and
the
sometimes
path
he
over
even
the,
doesn't do all the words properly.
Should I fear death more than normal then?
The snare waits for those who don't.
Jesus Christ,
This
there's more
dragon,
stuff to
an
ask.
imperial metaphor, perhaps?
Banner and bone, young Redguard. Seek the old quarter if you want to see the handiwork of both.
Of both.
I fear
I
that my
don't
sister's
know why I'm
disappearance
speaking
had something
like
to do with
this.
the Civil War.
I read more than fear in your face, Redguard. Either retribution or redemption. Alas, sometimes they are the same. Neither can come without wounds.
I said nothing about redemption or...
Why else would you be here in this narrative? In you,
How can the two be the same?
in their concern for blood. In
What are
blood
we even
as
talking about?
Closure. I assure you, it will be spilt before you find your sister. A prayer may do you well.
Uh-huh. Sure, prayers, why
Where
not?
should I pray?
At the Temple of Blessed Arcade. Brother Niddle presides there, and he knew most of the people in town. He may know something about your sister.
Where is the temple?
In the town square, shoreside from the pool.
I wonder if this is something on like how they
Perhaps I should speak
recorded
to this
things.
victim, then.
Spoken true, my boy.
Because this guy's
But
got
I'd
like
advise against it.
much
The
lengthier
Imperials
like
suffer no Redguards in the palace
sentences
unless
than everyone
you
else.
forbear, and you
And
walk
I
on
kind of
2
assume
feet
that like
legs
this being old
back.
games, they kind of either have to compress it a whole bunch,
So I
and
can't get
or
into
they
the
have to
palace.
maybe break it down into individual
Not
components of the
unless
sentence.
you can
So maybe
produce
the delay is
something
actually the
that
game
Rickon
trying
will
to load the
desire.
next bit of dialogue.
What do the Imperials plan to do here?
Confusion often follows conquering. But if Septum does have a plan for Hammerfell, it hasn't been made clear. I suspect a greater plan than constant terror. For Rickon
Constant.
has been all about
No,
time,
okay, so it's not.
just here in
You can actually
Strasbourg.
hear the ums and ums.
Tell me of the forebears.
Throne defilers all, hosts to the invader, and
Oh, I can actually skip it with shift.
What happened?
I've never
to
been
the
so
old
happy in my life.
it was the last.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Trip.
I'm off. Ciao, ciao.
It's locked. It's locked.
Okay, so one thing that the game does, like a nice thing that the game does is, like all of the NPCs are labeled as man, woman, like stranger, some like stuff like that. Like you don't know their names, but as soon as you go talk to them once, it will actually show their, their actual name in like the contextual bit. So see, talk to Siona, talk to Trithik.
Cyrus, sweetheart.
Excuse me.
So this actually makes it.
Keep moving.
I am already. It's actually something that I like in like games, because for starters, it makes sense that you would think of everyone as like a dude, a lady, a guard, like what you can immediately identify them as before finding out more about them.
Cyrus, sweetheart.
And it's also really nice to keep track of who you've talked with, at least on a first visit to the city, or like a place, or like whatever. Like on a first visit to anywhere, it's a lot nicer to be able to have an immediate. Oh god. To have like an immediate and like easy way to identify who you've spoken with. Okay, so actually very curious to see if there's like any kind of like platforming. I'm pretty sure the frame rate is gonna make this torturous. Okay, we're like up high now. Now what? Wonder if I can like jump across. Nope. Yep. Ah, but the frame rate. The frame rate is so bad. Why is it so bad? But was this like how the game ran back in the day as well? I'm like very curious about that. Because it feels very... Ugh. Hey, where's this guy? Talk to man.
One moment.
Sorry, man. Imperials everywhere. I don't talk with strangers.
Okay. It's like so slow.
It's locked.
I'm kind of trying to decide if this is how the game ran back then, and if not, then what the hell is the problem here? Enter silversmiths. Oh, wow, and I actually have to like position myself to like the correct
Greetings, my lady.
node to talk.
A sentinel accent, isn't it? I am Cassandra, silversmith of Stros Mackay. Pleased to meet you.
Are you from Sentinel originally?
Yes, I owned a shop there for 6 years, on Market Street. Perhaps you know it? Sentinel is overcrowded these days, and when I heard of a business for sale here, I decided to take the chance. So far, I haven't had too much trouble from the locals.
Why would the local people give you trouble?
Forebears aren't exactly popular around here, you know. I've never been much involved in politics, but I always supported the
I'm not a very
Forebear cause.
political person, but I totally
Before
into the
war,
politics.
All that didn't matter. I had many friends who were crowns, but things are different now.
You're new here then.
Arrived only 2 months ago. I'm still trying to get things sorted out.
Like your
The
pauses.
former owner must not have cleaned this place for 20 years. There was so much junk piled up. I tossed most of it in my warehouse next door.
Oh, your
Just
warehouse.
to keep it out
May I see
The
that
old
warehouse,
silversmith.
please?
He left because of the war?
He died, actually. I bought the shop from his estate. I guess there was some kind of incident in the old quarter where the most fanatical crowns lived.
I'm looking for my sister, Izara. Do you know her?
I'm afraid not. I have few friends here as yet.
Okay, you don't. Okay, fine.
How has Stros Mackay fared under...
It's suffered greatly.
Yeah, okay.
What can you tell me?
I know I sound just like every other forebear, but they were nothing. They were a black mark on the Crown's cause from the beginning. The destruction of the League is one of the...
So the League has been wiped out.
Has it?
As far as I can tell, their last hurrah was blowing up the governor's flagship. A pointless gesture, which only
What do you know of the new provisional governor, Rickton?
ruthless to a fault. Served him well during the war. I wonder how much Tiber Septim knows of what Rickton is up to.
Tiber Septim, the colossus of our generation. Tamriel's
The
new
Colossus.
self-proclaimed
Colossus is like an
emperor,
IRL
Richard
thing.
King.
Why are they
The
referencing this
Empire's
in...
expansion has proceeded according to the merits of the
Is there
Emperor's
also like a
servant.
giant statue
By all
in
accounts,
like somewhere in
Septim's governor
Tamriel
High
that's
Rock
called the
has ended
Colossus?
shooting of the Witch Kings there with
'Cause, I mean, that's
tact
kind of
and
what-
skill. The
what that is,
Emperor's
right? Like
representative
the
here in
even like the
Stros
word
Mackay is
colossal
not of the same caliber,
comes from like
and
the
Emperor
Greek
is viewed ill as a result.
it's like the Greek root of that statue's name. Basically,
You call it
it
the
was like
Empire's
supposed
victory.
to be so big
What
that
the
it became
forebear?
synonymous with
Please.
big,
I'm not
colossal.
one of the forebear fanatics. Anyone can see that Baron Volog was used. then
See, this is like the
cast
thing I
aside by
hate
the
about
Emperor.
like
He hoped to be
RPGs
king
that
of
have like these
Hammerfell,
huge
but who
open
has
worlds
been
and
since
like
his
try to
supposed
have,
victory?
you know, a bunch of lore and backstory and you know all of that good
You
stuff.
disagree with
Which is
Baron
fine. I mean,
Volag's
there's-
decision to ally the
You don't really
forebears
want
with
to
the
like
Empire?
reinvent new words to mean the same
A
things.
gamble
Like
that he lost.
there could have been like a gigantic statue in this universe that was called like the I don't know
situation. A philosophy or crowns should embrace, if you ask me.
like pony or something, and like pony is now like the synonym for like being huge.
I admire your courage.
But
Forbear and
it
the
always
crown
kind of
temple.
like drags me out of the
When I first
experience when
arrived,
like
the
there's like
rest of the
certain
city
worlds that
was
you know
peace, but the Empire
how
seems to
they
have them
like
under
what their
control
roots
now.
are,
Forbear
and you hear them in like a fantasy
Hold
game that
fast
would have
anyway.
no connection
Hammerfell's
with
part of
how
the
that
Empire
world
now. At
eventually
least we
came to
finally
be
can
in
stop killing
IRL.
each other.
So
Do you
it's
know what
always something that annoys me, and I know it probably
was
shouldn't.
before
Like I
I
said,
arrived.
like
The
the reason
people
that they
here
use
tell
the
some
words
pretty
to begin with
fantastic.
is
As near as I
because they have to
Somewhat.
kind of like give people that play the
I've
game
been
understand
better than
what they mean, right?
the
And that's what
crowd.
words do. But it's always so weird.
Excuse me.
It's like a very nitpicky thing for sure, but it's also very, I don't know, off-putting in a way. And I know it's kind of like a me thing, but I just like want to put it out there. What? Why is he humming?
It's locked.
So where's the warehouse?
It's locked.
She says it's like next door, so it would be like here.
It's locked.
Hey, it's locked. What? Guess we can check the. Yeah. Is it Trithic? Destruction of quarter refuge of the crowns with Dragonfire. Necromancer's Curse of Westeros Mkai. So just been Raikton. The Redguards are admitted to the palace. So you're also good on them for including something like a journal, but not so good that, you know, it's all kind of just like one after the other. No way to filter or sort or, you know, figure out like which bits. What's that? Garrick's goods. Like yeah, like no way to kind of like tell which bits you've kind of like done already. So you actually do have to scroll through the entire thing every time you need to find something. God, the frame rate. It feels like something that's caused by the view distance being as high as it is.
It's locked.
Because like for a game of this time, it's got like a very yeah, quite nice frame rate. It also might be because this thing runs on like DOS blocks, so you know it might also be like what's causing issues.
One moment.
Sorry, man. Imperials everywhere. I don't talk with strangers.
Oh, thank God.
Excuse me.
Times are hard in Stros Makai. Can't help you, fellow.
Fellow. I say there, fella. I can't really help you now, but, you know. Come back later. Or don't. No one cares.
Well?
No, no.
Trivik, may I buy?
Of course.
Thank
Okay, bye-bye. Bell tower. Wait, what? Oh, okay. This is not a house. Even though it looks like one. Wait, what?
Greetings, old man. I am Cyrus.
Cyrus, eh? Never heard of you. Must be new around here. My name's Favis. Everybody just calls me Favis, though.
Oh, yes! Finally!
My sister Izara is missing.
Legitimately
You know her?
bad voice acting.
Oh, a nice young lady, too. Sister, you say? I haven't seen her around in a while, though. Wonder if she might be missing.
Oh, wow, this is so bad.
Apparently, no one has seen her for months.
I love
Do you
this
have any
immediately.
idea what might have happened?
Might have something to do with the Restless League. Some of them fellows came around looking for her a while back.
Oh, Jesus.
Zara was in trouble with the restless.
So you got like on one hand Cyrus who speaks in like a very, very low and long-winded tone. And then you have this guy who's like the exact opposite. He's like on steroids or something.
My ship was attacked by 2 members of the Restless League just off Stros Mackay. What can you tell me about them?
Not much. Fire-eating Redguard nationalists. More even than most crowns could stomach. But they've kept quiet since the old quarter was burned. I wonder why they decided to attack your ship.
Stros Mackay was...
It was the seat of power for the crowns. We
Oh,
suffered
boy.
for it since young Prince of Tor.
Not all.
No, the battle in the old quarter did that.
What happened to Prince of Tor?
Died in battle, like a Redguard hero of old. I've heard tales that he ain't dead.
Really?
I spoke with sailors from the Garamar, second in line of battle behind the Tor's flagship. They saw him on deck just as the dragon lit up his ship like a festival bonfire. Weren't any survivors from the flagship? Not a one.
King Fasad's death was inconvenient for many, but I've never heard tell of foul play.
Nor I. The forebears preferred Thasad to his son Atar, a known League sympathizer. Called them terrorists. May be true, but they shown...
God.
I expected to see...
Yeah, you know, actually we don't care. Forebears, crowns, the
Tell me...
stuff in the league and the others.
I don't...
Must have been a month or 2 at least. Their last beat's a pity in a way. Whatever else you say about the Imperials they made afterwards, Rickton rounded up anyone. I was starting to think he had...
You're not in...
Me? Ha! If I was, do you think I'd still be... A Redguard was loyal to the king, and that was that. All this newfangled politics...
The animation is so amazing.
Restless, not for me.
You're in charge?
Don't want to be, but I'm stuck with it. Dan Purnell's fault leaves me stuck here while he sits up in the cool breeze. Does he think I'd like to wave the flag once in a while? Stubborn as a mule, he is.
Purnell? A friend of yours?
Friend? Ha! Blind as a bat he is, but when you fall off the chair, he says. Always some excuse. Now he's gone and broken the bell.
Purnell?
Oh god, this is gonna be like a side quest or something.
I'm not sure I follow you. What flag do you mean?
We're supposed to trade off. One of us watches for ships, waves the flag when he sees one, then the other rings the bell to let people know. But he never lets me take my turn in the watchtower. Doesn't care about my feelings, not at all. Always about what Purnell wants.
Okay.
The bell doesn't look broken.
Well, not broken exactly, but I'm sure it doesn't ring as loud as it used to. But Purnell wouldn't let me have Lakeem look at it, would he? Insisted on doing it himself. Typical. Took him half the day, then had the nerve to tell me there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not sure if I've met Lakeem.
Me neither. Now that Lakeem, on the other hand, handiest young fellow I ever met, can fix anything. Hey, you look like a handy sort.
Sure, I'd be...
Good lad.
Okay, so...
Don't touch that bell rope, unless you want to be remembered as the cowardly villain who murdered a kind and dutiful old man just so he could play the fool with that good man's bell.
Okay, so... How... Oh! Okay.
What's this? Nothing wrong with this bell. Just the old man's ears that need fixing.
Okay. Can I pick it
What's
up?
this?
Glass monocle. Okay. God. The frame rate on this is insane.
There, young fella.
Yep, no, we don't want to kill the guy. Not for just like having a bad accent. Okay, so what do we tell?
Travis, how are you doing?
Been better.
I checked, and there's nothing wrong with the bell.
Good lad. I was right. That Ooh, Purnell said it didn't need fixing, but I knew it needed fixing, so you fixed it.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm much obliged.
How do things...
As bad as that.
You know, I'm just like gonna like, you know, skim over the dialogue and like skip it. It's
What
like
of these
way too
You're
much.
a nosy young fella. If Richter doesn't like you, he throws you in jail. If he...
This dragon...
Not with my own eyes, but I heard tell of it from the survivor.
What can you tell me?
You don't look like...
Rest assured.
I'm too old to worry about the...
Rickton,
Oh yeah, good soldier maybe, but a bloodthirsty beast of a ruler. Enjoy...
Okay,
That's all.
bye-bye. So what's that about like a monocle that I got? I have no idea. Just like pick up a random thing off the ground and that's it. Yay. Jeez, this game.
it doesn't do anything by itself.
You don't say. Oh, brother, this game. Nope. Shit. Damn it. Wait,
Looks
open
like
door?
it's locked from the inside.
There's like a door here? Yep. Come on. What a weird game so far. It's actually like the frame rate that's getting to me the most, because like now I'm kind of like holding down the W key, but I kind of like left it up, and he kind of like keeps going for another like few frames because clearly it like the frame rate is so low that it still thinks that I'm pressing down the button.
He looks a little preoccupied.
Okay, I guess then we have to go through. Like we've been everywhere else, right? All 5 places. I mean, this would have gone a lot faster if the frame rate was proper. It's like maybe like what, like 12 to 15 frames per second, if that. Yep. No.
It's locked.
Also, I wish the guy would stop exclaiming that people have like the audacity to want to lock their homes.
It's locked.
So like no random weirdos come in and steal stuff. Well, no, not me clearly, but you know, other random weirdos. Oh, God. We are lost already. This game is... Like... This... I don't know how to explain this. Like last games... Like last week's game, Crusaders of Might and Magic was also very bad, but... It was at least playable in that it actually ran at a decent pace and it was very responsive and... Yeah, okay, maybe it's like some of the enemies, like the super fast like lizard thingies were a bit annoying, but you could kind of deal with them. But in this one, it's just like endless moving from place to place, speaking with people, and then like the low frame rates don't really help either. So yeah, like from the two, like definitely Crusaders of Might and Magic was not like a good game either, but I would play like that infinitely more than this. Like I can't actually wait for my 3 hours to be done and can I close this and you know, be done with it. I don't know why it runs so badly. It's I have to check afterwards to see if this is actually how the game runs. Or I don't know, maybe it's like some kind of...
This book on dwarven lore reveals
yeah.
that the dwarves were destroyed long ago by the Dark Elves. There is one interesting passage which translates the dwarven language, which bears a slight... This book on elven
it might be something like with the
artifacts
animation, I
reveals the
guess.
Flask of Lilandril, an ancient flask with the ability to absorb magic. The flask was supposedly shipwrecked with its founders off the coast of Stros Makai.
Okay, so that's like a hint for us to go find something. Also, what kind of bookshop lets you
Flora of
like
Hammerfell
read stuff for
details the
free?
flora of my home province. It says here that aloe, when combined with pure water,
Okay, so I guess we also know how to make potions.
says here that the stars of Tamriel are divided into 13 constellations. 3 of them are the major constellations, the Guardians, which protect the minor ones. Their charges from the 13th constellation, which is the Serpent. Each Guardian has 3 charges apiece, and are only on guard during their...
Yeah. What the? What was that?
Welcome to Jeffers.
Hail, Desert Walker. I am Cyrus.
Jeffer is at your service.
I like this. This voice acting is nice, actually.
My sister Izara is missing. Do
This
you know her?
is not so much.
An all too common tale in this city. Jeffer regrets that he cannot count your sister among his friends.
Ever heard of a group called the Restless League?
Some say pirates, some say rebels. Jeffer knows too little to judge.
Jafar, is it like Jafar or
Rumor
something?
calls them secret allies of the late prince.
Stros Makai seems quiet, almost...
Tiber Septim has many clansmen of lesser repute than he. The city of the Redguard suffers under one of the least of these.
Tiber Septim's reputation seems to depend...
True.
Yeah.
And the Redguards have law. History loves an empire builder, though.
Is there any way to gain an audience?
Proclaiming yourself a crown might work, but more likely...
There must be...
An interesting architectural puzzle. The present structure dates to the early Common Era. A harmonious design. The foundations are much older.
How do I get in?
Come on.
That honor is now reserved for crowns, who must find it a pleasant place.
For
For
none has
none
returned.
has
Oh wow.
ever returned.
Yes, that's actually
The
smart.
forebears run Stros Makai now?
Redguard politics largely is. The forebears allied with the Empire to win the throne, yet who sits on the...
Do you think Rickton dared murder the forebears leader?
A strange reward for your chief ally. Jafar agrees.
Is it so dangerous to be a crown these days?
Yeah.
Jafar's interests lie more in the past, yet soldiers can...
Do you have any idea what the Imperials are looking for?
Jafar sent 4 copies of Dwarven lore to the palace last week. It may be no
Why is he telling me
coincidence
this?
that
Doesn't he like
Stros
think that
Makai,
maybe
the
I'm
largest
like a
dwarven
spy?
ruins in the Windward Lands, has received particular attention from the mighty Tiber Septim's clan.
God.
Windward Lands?
My apologies. The coastlands of Tamriel, to the northwest of our desert homeland. Mighty Tiber Septim bids fair to become clan mother to them all.
I was surprised to see Hunding's statue still standing.
Doubtless, our esteemed governor has reasons aside from Redguard's sentiment. Lord Rickton has shown indifference to such niceties in
The Old Quarter. What happened there?
a silent history of Hammerfell.
Yeah, the dragon burned it.
Do you mean a drag...
Was he?
Dwarven ruins?
As well you should be. No longer open for visitors.
I'd like to buy...
These shelves hold...
Is Flora of Hammerfell...
the authoritative work, no less.
I'll take it.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'd like
Wait,
to
is this
buy
like any reason to buy these?
These...
How much for elven artifacts?
Ah, the hoary tale of the Flask of Lilandril.
I'll take... I'd like to buy...
These ships...
How much for Redguards? They're...
Your taste runs to the patriotic.
I'll take...
Excellent.
I'd like... What do you think about Folk's firmament?
Less ambitious than Yun Karl's published studies, though a decidedly human take on the stars of Tamriel.
Do you
Marabar Sul's Ancient Tales of the Dreamer. For 54 gold, Fabril's little... Your purse is...
Oh, I might run out of money.
What do you...
Legends surround... Scribes of ancient Lilandril record they found it, used it.
What makes...
Here we have only legend to guide us. Stories tell of the High Wizard of Valenwood himself, defeated by a stable boy. Exaggeration, surely.
It sounds like the flask may absorb magic.
Perhaps. That would explain why no mage has ever...
Okay.
Peace.
Bye. Walk mode on? Oh, wait, there's like a walk mode? Okay. Don't see a point to that, but sure. Like the last hour of this game, like the first hour of this game is just running around talking to people. Mages Guild. Oh, there's like guilds as well. No wonder like everyone has like lengthy dialogue that they need us to know before they let us do anything.
It's locked.
Wait, what? Oh, hello.
What's a password?
Open up!
Sorry, mate, I can't help you.
Okay. Okay, this door needs a password then. Fine. Yep, nope, sorry.
Yes?
Good day.
Another standout
Aren't
voice.
too many youngsters around these days, especially not as well-spoken as you. I'm Maiko, the local cartographer. Can I help you?
Have you ever heard of the Flask of Lilandril?
Hunding's bones, of course I have. Treasure hunters, well, they say there's a treasure map floating around here some.
Why not?
If there were a real map, such a waste of time and effort, lusting after a...
What do you mean?
Well, the caverns, for instance. But they're real, young sir, and as full of...
Do you have it?
Sorry, I don't sell retail. Contract...
I could use a map.
I used to make those, but I can't compete with the big Hammerfell cart. You've probably seen their cheap city maps around. Nothing like a good...
What are people talking about?
Damning the governor's eyes, mainly.
I wonder if you've heard...
This is like such a boring
The
game.
alliance between Daggerfall, Wayred...
Do you know a young...
I'm afraid not.
I'm just like skipping through everything.
your
And it's like,
Maps.
God.
You shouldn't trust most maps.
Is life...
I said I didn't want...
Where can I find these caverns?
Now that's the question, isn't it? Won't find them on your cheap commercial.
Tell me more.
A bit more famous than the... One of the great mysteries of the ages, the disappearance of the dwarf.
I don't know much about dwarves.
See what I mean? Not myths. Real. All gone. Thousands of years ago.
Do you have... I wonder if you can make anything of it.
Let me see. Oh, bloody hell, this again. And they always end up here. Can you make me a map?
I'm willing to pay for the map.
Persistent, eh? Listen, if you'll give me the...
Sounds good.
Come back in a little while. I'll see what I can make of it.
Okay. I guess this actually at least feels like we're doing something, just like being... That isn't like being like shoveled exposition down our throats. Why is he humming every time I exit a building? So is it like a map or something? Hold on. I need to check the keybinds. Okay. Redguard history, Folks firmament. Okay, fair enough. Wait, why does one... What? What did I bind two to? Oh, map. Yeah, I guess this is like what we need to get from this guy. It's like Mage's Guild.
Well, met, stranger.
I have to talk to this lady. What the fuck is up with that voice?
Well, met, stranger.
Excuse me, miss, can I have a word?
Yes, my name's Mariah. What can I do for you?
Oh, what even what? Huh? Oh.
Do you know of a woman named Izara?
Used to see her around, but she and that was...
Any idea how I can get into the palace?
Richten doesn't take to uninvited guests.
What do you know about this wrestle?
They scare me. They seem to read.
Oh god,
And
what's up
what's
with
this?
the voice acting? Like someone like sat down and told them,
I'm
no, go
surprised
more
Richten
high
even
pitched,
allows her to
please, and more annoying.
City beautification may not be one of Lord Richten's concerns.
This sounds like something you'd hear in like a parody and not,
Wars have
like,
never
an
been
actual
good to a
game.
city.
Especially not this one.
I can...
That I am. Though not as passionate as many others.
Oh, this is so
I'm glad
bad.
the war's over, really.
You sound as though you bear no grudge to the forebear.
The forebears claim to be the earliest. It's been that way for generations.
Generations. It's like a chipmunk talking.
Hopefully she was just seeing my...
Where's the park?
Over by the waterfall.
What were you saying about Kithro?
He's one of the temple members. Love the park. Which
What do you know about...
below the cartographers. I've seen all sorts coming in and out of the...
Mariah, do you...
Only the tail.
Sex well. Huh? Ah, the loading screens though, it's like so annoying.
Well,
Oh, nope.
Maiko is my map.
go away! Go away! Speak up, I've got work to do.
So what, do we have to like go rest or something like until next day? or whatever. I don't know how this like I don't know how this game like handles the passage of time. So it is kind of weird.
It's locked.
Oh, dragon tail. Okay. This has got to be like the slowest paced game I've ever played.
Cyrus, you made it. Come here,
I
lad.
made it.
How you look good. It's
Jesus,
been
nice
too
nice
long.
handlebar.
If you hadn't retired,
Mercenary life's younger men's work.
bah,
Is he like Scottish?
I prayed that you would get my letter.
Aye, lad.
It is lucky you were here, Tobias, or I wouldn't have known Azara was in trouble. I have not been in Hammerfell since the,
I know, lad, what you mean.
Anyway, Stros Mackay has no one who could have reached me. Thank you.
I sent a letter some weeks ago, Cyrus. I fear things have gotten worse for your sister since.
So I love like the bartender is just like standing there
How
like
did
listening
you know
in.
where to reach me, Tobias? Our paths parted so long ago.
I didn't send it to you directly. I knew that damn cat was probably still getting you into trouble, even to this day. Thrathra seemed the likeliest.
It's like literally I've been so bored with this game that like within an hour I finished like my coffee. In like comparison, last night when I was doing what's it called, like La Mulana, which by the way I played a bit of this morning as well.
He's moved from the throne seekers of the
I
old
didn't like even
empire
go
to
like
the
through even
lesser
half of
lords
it because I
High
was
Rock,
so like glued
still
onto my
playing them to
you know
his benefit, raking in the
controller.
gold on all fronts.
I thought that Septim
It's
had
just like literally
solidified the Britons.
I'm trying to
As much
figure out
as
like
which
when
men
like the
will,
whole like
There
action
is still a
thing
lot
comes
of
into like
money to
action
be
adventure.
made in the drawing of borders before the provincial laws dry completely.
Like so far it's more like a shittier version of like I guess like Grim Fandango, like a 3D
Does it still stink so?
adventure
Check here.
game,
I think I will go
like
see him when I leave. It's been
a
too
weird
long.
like 3D take on like a point and click game, I guess.
How do you mean worse? What more do you know about Azara?
Nothing more than my letter is described. That she is gone and no one knows where. Just a bad feeling that the governor has not been merciful with the crowns that survived the battle. I hear his drag.
What happened to
The crowns fled ashore there.
Was Azara?
That
God.
section of town is closed off.
Where's the dragon?
It's disappeared too.
Is there enough?
There is.
Imagine that I laughed.
Maybe.
Who in this town knew of Azara?
I did not question many for fear of ill allegiance.
Ah, God.
So I went to the temple to ask of her. There, Brother Niddle told me that Izara had vanished, and set me on the road of righting you. Also, Shittiest here knew that she...
What can you tell me about?
She frequented this establishment much before the battle in Hunding Bay.
Of course.
She was a fervent one, your nestling, who hated the Empire not in...
She disappeared 3 months.
No, I'm talking about before that, right after the battle. I didn't see her for several days following. But then she showed up, needing a drink and rambling. Tense on some decision.
What then?
The Imperials came and I let her out through the back. I haven't seen her since.
So the priests are still safe from being conquered.
Be that as it may, the temple is quite empty of priests, save for Brother Niddle.
I'm noticing a theme.
Niddle told me Brother Cathral vanished around the same time as your sister.
So I can count Brother Niddle as an ally.
I'm
then?
like so bored.
On my word, he was most helpful.
I wouldn't consider paranoia a bad character trait in Stros Mackay these days. Besides, you're so ugly.
That was it. He may open up to you more, being
Tell me about the temple.
the head priest of Brother Niddle was very helpful in regards to Izara.
I think
Like
I saw-
this guy's like like half the things that he's saying are kind of just, you know,
You'll do.
What will it be, traveler?
recycling stuff that he already said.
Hello, Cap.
Like we've like I've read like about like Brother Nidal
What is
like
the-
10 times in like 10 different dialogue lines.
Speak of it, the League has served. But they are few and going fewer from what I hear. And have been reduced to brigandry these days.
Blah 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 blah.
Bold are these brigands, the Restless League, to attack
Yeah,
a
this is
ship
like
in the
taking ages.
They must be running low on provisions to act so desperately.
How do you know about them then?
They ran the Iliac before the war.
But after the occupation,
Yes, which is why their attack on you is so...
nobody but Seraphra.
I'm not...
We were never brigands when I served under you, Captain. Only mercenaries.
Tell that to those on the other end of the sword, lad. You see more of yourself in the men of the rest.
They're knaves with their eyes on Providence, nothing more. My sword's never been dressed for diplomacy. Give me gold for a throat, the throat for a slight, and I'm well.
War is the continuation of politics.
You quote Hunding like a Redguard, Tobias.
Political power grows along the blade of a sword.
Okay.
A drink to the Redguard.
Ah.
I see you still remember your childhood heroes, even if you've dismissed the homeland.
Hunding is a universal wellspring.
Be resolute, fear no sacrifice.
Really?
See? Anyone could have...
Tell me that your Redguard heart didn't buckle when you saw his statue at port.
Frandar Hunding is a great hero to Hammerfell, I'll admit, and even a little to myself. Hail the great founder and all that nonsense. But it's an ill plan to try and trigger the homeland tug through the invocation of Hunding, Tobias.
Really?
Don't forget, he left his homeland too, and never looked back.
That's because it fell into the sea, you dolt.
What brought you?
Why do we even
I
care?
don't know.
Like seriously, what's like with like
You-
all the
I will help.
It won't come to that.
You haven't been here long enough. My ship is ready to leave at sundown, but don't worry. I'll be...
Since when were you a merchant, Tobias?
The fight left me after our little foray into Morrowind.
I've not returned to Morrowind since then.
Who'd want to? All that ash and fire.
Don't forget the bugs.
Which reminds me, Governor Richten has a little sting of his own from those parts. His lieutenant is a duck.
Which means he's got plenty of room to maneuver.
I'd welcome another chance at the Dark Elves.
Watch yourself.
Oh no, please.
Is it safe to-
can we
As safe as any, and the ale is good. Shittiest can be trusted as much as any.
The barkeep is a long way from Black Marsh.
That's right.
you actually have to
Kept me
discuss
good.
every single bit of dialogue?
Shittiest knows of the...
It's got the skin for it, wouldn't you say?
Another soft skin with dreams of the priceless king's jewel of ancient...
Aye, but Cyrus here must save that adventure for another day. He's got a sister to find.
Wait, what?
I've told him that you will help him after I depart, listen.
Whatever you say.
Do you think Azara chose...
Your family's always been partisan, lad, since your early days in Sentinel. I ventured she still held her old allegiances. Few crowns in Stros Mackay survived the battle with the Imperials.
How?
It's just like I
Hearing
can't
of
even
the
like
defeat of the
think of
Crowns
anything to
caused
say
me
now.
much concern.
It's
When I
become so
arrived, a search for
mind-numbingly
word
dull.
of Azara's sa- The
It's
only
like
one
endless dialogue one after
see
the
that.
other, and nothing to do in between.
High Rock's border kings bent knee to
Jesus
the-
Christ, we have to
even
talk
my
about High Rock as well.
father's
It's like
fair
Black
Skyrim
Marsh
is
and
adorned with
Morrowind and
flags of
High
red
Rock and
dragons
Cyrodiil, I
and
guess.
foreign-
It's like... Fuck my life, seriously. Why do we have to
course.
know all of
Look
this?
to the... How long were a bay ride,
Yes, of late the criers are tripping over each other.
and you listened to it all.
Fine, recount all word of Prince Sator that I have
When his father died and the capital of Sentinel was taken over by the forebear, after rallying the crowns to his stead, he made for the... That's when the Empire came. Through a forebear truce which no one expected. Again, the prince was forced back to Stros Makai.
What were the terms of the forebear truce?
Originally, the Empire was to lend its armies to the forebear cause in return for a swath of holding titles. But when Baron Volag disappeared during the arse end of the war, all bets were off.
Until such a time as the native rulership can see fit to reinstate itself safely on...
Something like that. Septim's no Cyrodiil from what I've heard, though he rules their remnants and rebuilds their empire.
If he has no blood tie to the Cyrodiil...
Come on! For the last 400 years, the petty kings of Imperial throne's blood thinner than a sea dream and half as wet. Tiber Septim took...
Hail the new...
There's a good little...
You used to hire out to those petty kings, did you not?
20 years ago, maybe.
Stop! Stop with the exposition! Stop with the like pointless backstory. Why? It's like... Would anyone like bought this game by just like... Because, yeah, I just like want to know more about the current state of political affairs in this game. In this action-adventure spin-off. Like, if this was like an actual Elder Scrolls like open world game, I could kind of get having this much information kind of like spread around, but this is supposed to be like a smaller, more focused, more action-oriented game. So, why? It's like, okay, yeah, we got like the tale of like redemption, I guess, or vengeance, or I don't know what this game is actually trying to like do so far. But yeah, we were looking for like Isara. That's fine.
Captain, what do you know about this?
Knaves that aren't worth my...
I see. I'll be back.
Just find your sister and get out of here. Go on.
I'm like even annoyed because now I have to speak to the barkeep as well.
Say, laddie.
What will it be, traveler?
Poison, please, I can't be in this game anymore.
Barkeep, well met. I'm Cyrus.
I know. I had Tobias made out a fool to believe you'd come.
Why?
I'm the one that smuggled his letter out for him. The Empire's been watching all shipments from this port.
Many thanks, then.
Welcome to the Dragon Tail. By the way, thesis-bound subsistence submine, where there is good ear and ale co-equal. What can I do for you?
Get to the point. That's what you can do.
I'll use your ear.
Ever ready to listen, soft skin? Let adventure...
What do you think of...
A human tribe of ill account. Their raids upset my smuggling operations, and off thus my...
You sympathize with the League, then?
Oh no, I merely noted their clannish drives, which any Argonian might admire. Being used as we are.
Yeah, this is decidedly less fun than last week. I was like, skip. I've never skipped this much dialogue in like the beginning hour and a half of the game.
True, it sounds unlikely, but they are dagger lads, the Restless League, and they vow to make war again.
How have the denizens of Black Marsh resisted?
1,000 miles of swamp, bog, and stink aren't attractive to most.
What's your subject?
The other, of course. One...
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
The Imperials came.
The occupation, it seems, is taking...
Hammerfell's the Defiant.
Is thus the Empire delayed in...
The whole wild world. A word of advice.
I'm just like this close to falling asleep.
Of the Emperor. And
It's
Governor
only like
Rickon has promised
it's only like
summary
5 p.m.
Wouldn't dream of it, unless he's
Even if he were respond.
cautiously, eh? You said the Imperials came here looking...
Not specifically.
There's like so
for
much dialogue. And this is just like this like literally this list is like a sub list of like the main dialogue with this guy, and like it seems like the last 5 NPCs I've spoken to all have like nested like dialogue trees.
Is this your first?
Aye, but the occupation makes it seem less so.
But for the...
The only blood I care about is my sister's. As far as I'm concerned,
Your apathy.
I don't know how to take that. What are you talking about?
This tavern, of course, both sight and sound.
Hey, Shittiest, I got this delivery job that'll get me into the palace.
What are you going?
Some amulet meant for the
Do you have?
Not yet, I've got to get it at the Necromancer's Isle.
Don't forget to bring some gold.
Thanks, Shittiest. Shittiest, you mentioned taking...
Minor stuff is all.
What can you tell?
It's run by some upright from the north. A quick.
I've come across the legend of the Flask of Lilandro.
That bug's got you too. A lot of people.
What would they want with...
The scuttlebutts, they want it for an... Listways, be advised that the flask's burial ground is well sought by more dubious parties.
A lot of people are looking...
There's a Breton about town, loud and lit to hear, by the name of...
A map showing where the...
Yeah, but Krendl's it.
I'd better...
Anytime.
Was that it? Can I just like go do stuff now and not, you know, talk to like a bunch of random people? Seriously, I feel like my will to live has been sapped by this game.
Good cheer, sir.
It also doesn't help like the frame rate makes everything feel so much more slow. Wait, no, this is like the starting part of the town. Is this like the drunk guy I'm supposed to talk
Name's
to?
Cyrus.
No, I'm...
Shittiest tells me you
Oh, he did.
Of course he's lying. You're not bright.
What? I'm brighter than you.
That's impressive, Krendl. How...
You'll like this question, boy. And what do I find under his cot?
I'll gladly take that map piece off your hand.
You have nothing I want, Redguard.
Okay,
I've had enough.
Good.
I've so had enough. Where others can't find it. Okay, that's not a lot to go on. But I don't even really care to, you know, go on, if I'm being honest. I like need to go do something that's not dialogue. Like I don't know. Maybe like the the combat is probably shitty because of being shitty. I don't know. Maybe like the combat music might be good. I don't know. Maybe just guild. No.
Maiko is my map.
Yes, here
There
it
we go.
is. Well, whoever made these notes was obviously a trained cartographer. Made this map, sir.
Hey, we got something.
Yes.
I need to use this with something else.
Oh, okay. So can I combine items?
I need to use this with something else.
No.
Hello, Maiko.
Hello, sir.
Is life under... I've heard tell that...
Really? How about that? I read the down.
These local labs...
They never said. Perhaps.
Do you have any...
Sorry, I don't...
No thanks.
Very well.
We'll talk later.
Well...
No, this is actually giving me a headache now. Okay, so what do I even do now? Like, what do I need to do? What do I want to do? There's like 3 threads here. It's like like his sister is one, the flask is another, the delivery thing is a third. I don't actually have a map, so I don't know like where everything is yet. Well, like he did say Necromancer's Island, right? So I don't know. Does that, you know, do something? Is there like something there? Do I have to go find a boat to take him? Which is like the jail. Oh shit. Waddle, waddle. There's like no way to go faster either. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give this like another 20 minutes and then call it. It's not a very fun thing to play at the moment. It's like boring in every like way imaginable. You know, there's like a random tree that's not touching the ground. Strauss Mackay, and I'll of Ngasta. Oh, hey, this is like where we, I think, this is where we have to do like the amulet quest. Let's see, all the way up here. Up here. Amulet to Governor. Pick up amulet from Ngasta. Yeah, okay, this is the one. Jeez. It's like I only had to like fall down a cliff to get on the right path. Also, I wonder if these guys are actually hostile. Like, will they attack me?
Well, what are we doing out so far from town? The prey in his paws. What? The prey in his paws. The prey in his paws. I'm so sorry. Keep your tools sharp. The prey in his paws. You can use that, can't you?
I wonder if there's like a way to...
What? Keep your tools sharp, my dad used to say. What? That hurt, lambkin.
Can I loot the guy? Because I don't think we have... Oh, search body.
A map, Stros Makai.
Ah, yes. There we go. This is slightly better. Oh, and also healing potions do very little, healing. So I have to wonder, is there like a way to parry or something? Or, stop them from taking this much of my life away? It's like all so slow. Oh, someone shoot me now. Ooh. Oh, this is cheap. What if I actually fall off? Do you have to like swim all the way back? God damn it. Oh wait, there's like sharks in here. Cool. Yep. You're not supposed to swim. Have to do this the correct way. With like low frame rate and all. Yeah, so I think it's probably like the view distance, because see if I like do the thing where I turn the camera down, like if you can select the candle on the top left, it actually animates a lot faster. So yeah, I think it's the view distance, like it's trying to render this far away that is like, I guess like causing it to mess up. Okay, let me save here. No. Come on. Come on. Even like the bits that are supposed to be exciting are so annoying. Okay, yeah, let's save again. What actually gets me is I'm probably gonna have to come like the same way on like the return trip and do like all of these jumps again. What the? What?
He doesn't look like the talking type. Perhaps I should offer him a fare. It doesn't do anything by itself.
What? Wow. Hey, zombies. Yay. Ooh, and also weather. Nice. I mean, from what I've seen so far of this game, I wouldn't expect it to have like a weather weather effects. Yeah, this game is so dull. It's supposed to be like a freaking adventure, damn it. Why is it so boring? Like action adventure, sorry. Uh-oh. Zombies. No, skeletons.
A health potion.
So there has to be like a way to block, right? I like. There doesn't seem to be any other. Oh shit. Like there doesn't seem to be any other like way to mitigate damage. So I don't know. I guess like I either have to like backpedal a whole bunch or.
Some gold. This should help.
It should, but...
Some gold. This should help. Excellent.
What do you mean excellent? What did I just get? Yeah, this game is like so bad on so many different levels. I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't get this game at all. Like at all. Like the best thing I can say about this game is that you can actually play it with one hand, and that's not really, you know, good. I'm also kind of wondering, can you just like skip every single fight in the game just by not like choosing to not engage with them? Because there doesn't seem to be much reason to do fights other than, you know, money and items. You certainly don't get any XP about it. And also like more often than not, you just end up taking damage anyway. Of course it's locked. Hey Rooks, hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? Was this game considered right at the time? I have no idea. I don't know if the frame rate is like a problem with like the emulation or, well, okay, not the emulation, but like DOSBox, or if it's something, if this is how it ran back then as well. I don't remember it being, oh shit, no, I'm dead. I don't remember this being well received back at the day, but I don't know if it was like this bad. That's kind of like the thing. Also, I forgot to say when we got to the island, so now we get to see the whole cutscene over and over again. Oh, lovely. From what just happened, I think it's very highly regarded. Me neither. It feels more like an adventure game, but they just like stuck some combat in for the sake of it. It's so boring. Like, I don't know, I've been live for nearly 2 hours and all of that was cutscenes, dialogues, and more dialogues. Literally, like, what you're seeing here is the second time in the entire 2 hours that we've had to fight something, anything. You basically fight 2 pirates at the very, very start of the game, and then this island, I guess. Oh god. I'm not really this close to like going like, okay, done. Shortest year of the Trevor. I legitimately like have headaches from this game. Can just like save though. But yeah, at least I'm starting to suspect that the frame rates are like partially at least the fault of the emulation. Because originally this was like a 3DFX game, and 3DFX doesn't work anymore, so you have to go through like an OpenGL glide wrapper. So yeah, I don't know. What I do know is that this game currently is torturous to play. Like I'm like enjoying myself like the least amount possible.
Some gold. This should help.
Also, yeah, the sound design is kind of off, so the sound effects seem to be way louder than the actual music in the game. Oh jeez, more of these.
some gold. This should help. 7 gold pieces.
And yeah, you have to do this for every single like corpse that you loot, which is utterly insane as well. God. Oh boy. It's like more than anything, this is like a very draining game to play. Like, never mind being like good or bad or something like that. It's just very tiring, because well, the frame rate is a bit off, and then you have to do like a million different dialogue trees in the first couple of hours. Wait, I can't search corpse? Oh, he's not dead. That's why. Oh, maybe these guys just don't die because they're zombies. This is like the second enemy you see in the game, or like third one, so... Imagine what all the later ones would be like. I mean, I want to give this game like a fair try at least, but it's making it so hard. What the? Whoever did the level design for this should feel very ashamed of themselves.
What's this?
Crowbar, why? 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 Like seriously, this game is just like a big why? Why? Why does this exist? Why is this a game? Why? Why do they keep selling this? Who in their right mind would ever like? Oh. And apparently that's how crowbars work.
Like the crowbar broke.
Oh, yeah, because okay, yeah, we're like very clearly like half the design team very clearly wanted to make an adventure game, and the other half wanted to make an Elder Scrolls game, and they couldn't decide on like how much of each they were gonna put in. So, God. Yeah, right. It's like whoever decided this should be on a on like digital distribution. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. They're like there's like a bridge in the background that moves. For whatever reason, I don't even care anymore. It's like all the worst parts of adventure games and action games of the late 90s. all of them, like rolled up into one game, and then just kind of like take away half like the frames from it. Is there gonna be like a boss fight with this guy thing? Oh, it's got a tail. Combined with a PowerPoint presentation. Exactly. That's what it feels like. I mean, I don't know. I guess it might be like a thing with like DOSBox.
Cyrus, this one is Nagasta, the necromancer of Strosmakai.
Have we met?
The contractor informed this one of your impending arrival.
He did?
This one tenders you the amulet that will be delivered.
To the governor, right?
Make sure of its safety. Delivered to him personally. The contractor will pay you the rest of your fee after the matter is settled.
Hey. And now we get to have
you familiar
more
with the woman?
dialogue.
Other souls this one has gathered.
She's my...
Then count your sister among the living. For
I'd imagine this island is...
Imagine impossible. This one...
So you are probably never...
This one is never threatened, Cyrus.
You do?
This one has tallied many of the rebellious souls.
What do you think of...
What does one think of a gold in one's pouch?
All the dead are fair.
Your wit.
How long have you lived on Strosman?
How long in legend? This one arrived in the Sod's better years, and was given fair compass of these foul shoals.
How long have you been better than a...
Since the end of the war. How could this one neglect so rich a harvest?
This is too
So this one
much.
confident that
I thought Hammer
There's like every time there's like dialogue, like a couple more options unlock in like the main tree, and sometimes you go into one and it like brings like a sub tree of like other inquiries, and there we go, like this one. There's like so much stuff, so much like useless dialogue here.
This one's
Why does...
such unsettled jobs. Little trouble this one, Redguard. As for the guild's enmity, with their archmage dead,
What happened to the Archmage?
he perished in the war protecting the crown, and was lost at sea. I lament that the snare was not then set for such...
He was powerful then?
Scarcely. He was noted for his trappings, not his trivial skills. His magical artifact.
No, I'll get right on it. Has the coming of the...
This one is neither not unwary of it.
Skip, no, skip. Just skip everything. It doesn't matter anymore. There's nothing to be had here. It's just like a big skip button.
This
You have the island under...
a soul snare of this one's own.
For strange and...
This one is comfortable with the trappings of his vocation.
My sister...
A being holds as much mystery for this.
What can you tell me? What is this?
And the
So
It's actually infuriating. Like, why? Why is this game like? Was like the first 2 hours of this game like an hour and 50 minutes of dialogue and 10 minutes of like the action bits?
That's a bad...
Just like skipping through everything. I'm gonna read it later in the journal. Which, by the way, is like probably the worst journal ever because it just like throws everything in one after the other. No way to know like where you got anything. No way to kind of like categorize them or group them by like whatever it is that they're like categorized as. Wait, am I stuck? Oh, never mind. There we go. Okay, so now what I need to do is save. Fall to my death. Wait, not my death yet? But apparently I can swim uphill, so that's nice. What is even going on in this game anymore? I don't know. Oh, I'm stuck. Fine. Let's go the other way around. Also, yeah, look at that. Like the health potions only give you like 15 health each. Oh, wait, what? Skeletons? Lovely. No, I don't want to fight you. Screw you. This has got to be literally the worst game I've ever done for Year of Retro. And possibly the worst game I've ever streamed. And maybe not the worst I've ever played, but it's right up there in the top 5. And it's not just like the frame rates at this point. It's more that the... like the heavy insistence on dialogue, the like how like stodgy the controls feel, the like all of this. I don't know. It's all kind of. Like it feels like, for starters, it feels like it can't decide if it wants to be an adventure game, an action game, a platform game, and like exploration thing, like the other Elder Scrolls games are. It just like has like a little bit of everything, and like maybe 20 times as much dialogue as it should. So it's like I legitimately feel physically tired playing this, and that's never a good thing. It's like both physically and mentally exhausting, this game. I just like have to figure out how to get back to the ship, right? Oh, bother. Meanwhile, there's like a whole army of skeletons following me. I mean, why did the necromancer not, you know, stop them from attacking me, since he needed to deliver like the amulet, which is more than likely going to be a trap that we're going to get blamed for if I'm any judge of how these games' stories generally tend to work. But yeah, I'm like actually feeling fatigued. I am gonna stop this stream in a bit, and I'm just like gonna go like lie down for like 20 minutes. This game is like that bad. I just like need like, you know, some shut eye, or like at least let me some quiet time. I don't know how to feel about that. I've like never felt like this after playing a game. I just remember where I have to go to head back to the boat, though. I love the subtitles. I love how they subtitled the moans for the zombies. It's like, oh. Like, okay, yeah, I can hear that. I don't need a subtitle for that. I'm really hoping at least King's Quest 8 has aged a bit more gracefully than this, because that one's also I remember a bit like heavy on like the dialogue side. So next week I'm not looking forward to the game either. God. Okay, on we go. Choo choo. Like a random skeleton running away towards me. God. I've actually got a headache now. Bother. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna have to do the bridge bit again. Oof, that was close. We save again. So fun. Of course. Am I dead now? Yep. I guess the Kraken ate me. So yeah, fun story. Oh, what the? Oh. Yeah, okay. I'm almost certain now that the slowdown issues are like the game's graphics engine having like, you know, issues generally, because the game was actually going like a lot faster, maybe faster than it should, once it was trying to load in the assets after like a reload. So I think that might be it actually, which is not a good look to be honest, but you know. But yeah, the funny thing is like the reason I remember that this game even existed, like a friend had it back in the day, like 99, 98, 99, somewhere around there, and he couldn't stop gushing about this. I'm not friends with that person anymore, so at least that's good. I mean, okay, so I'm not friends with them. I just like haven't spoken with them in like years. Just like, you know, drifted apart, that kind of thing. But Jesus Christ, like what was like his frame of reference if he thought this was good? I'm trying to understand like what other games did that person play that were actually worse than this, and by such a margin that this was actually considered good for them. As I can't like even imagine it, to be honest. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this game is apparently something you can finish in like 8 or 9 hours on your playthrough. Which somehow I don't...
One of the pirates. Dwarven artifacts. What are they doing? I wonder what the Imperials...
Wait,
what
what?
kind of ship is that?
You're open! You're quite resourceful. Take that taste, the steel of empire. Yours, come on. I'll spill yours yet. A sharp sword will be your death. Villain! Surrender now! A sharp sword will be your open.
Why do they keep spamming voice lines? I don't get it.
You're open! A fine... You're a fool.
It was like all the animation that goes into drinking a potion. You'd think it would at least heal a bit more than it does.
Some gold. This should help.
Oh, and by the way, you never know what you picked up. You only have like Cyrus's word for it. Like some gold. How much? You don't need to know. You don't really care, do you?
Dwarven artifacts. I wonder what the Imperials hope to find.
Oh wait, this is like the dig site that people like one of the things that people couldn't shut up about in town is the dig site. There's like a lot of guards though.
Cross with try me, Redguard. Out of my... Come on! Traitor! You're a fine cut. A cut. Put it... You're quite resourceful. Put it down. Put it down. A sharp sword will be your death. Yield! You're traitor. You're open. Put it... I'll finish it. You're open. You're trifling with him. Give him up to me. I'll surrender now. You traitor. It's one of the pirates. Traitor. A sharp... Put it down. Cross with me, Redguard.
Also, hold on, does the game expect you to go toe-to-toe with all of these?
He's only one. You won't escape. A sharp sword will be your death. It's put it down. There he is. Surrender now. I'll spill yours yet. I'll spill... Surrender now! Put it down!
Also kind of wonder if they reset, or if I'm kind of like stuck now. Like, no, they don't reset, I think. Like stuck with a bunch of guards just like running after me forever. I mean, I guess until I get to like a loading screen or something. Yep. It's like I feel so tired. Why? Why did I inflict this upon myself? It's like probably like a very like masochistic streak recently. It's like SMT3 on hard, then La Mulana, and now this, all in like 1 week. It's like more self-punishment than a body can take, actually. I think that might be why I'm tired. Is this guy also gonna attack me? Straws Mackay and Saintsport. Okay. Fuck it, let's go check Saintsport. Also, are they also going to attack me? Like, I can get like the ones in the Dwarven Ruins, but oh. These ones don't care. Huh. That's actually interesting. Okay, so Saints Port should be that way. It's like a second town, I guess. No idea if I'm actually meant to go there yet, or if this is me kind of like taking creative liberties with the game's story, I guess. And it's like this actually, it's like probably like the first actual interesting thing I've seen in the game. It's like a dragon skeleton, I guess. Now I don't know exactly what is like a bunch of gold around it, but you know, still more interesting than the first 2 hours of the game. And when I can like very confidently say that for like the a decorational piece is more interesting to me than the actual intro part of the game. Yeah, someone done fucked up then.
You found me, but you'll never take me alive.
What? What the fuck is this guy? Why would it... What? Uh-oh.
Oh, take that!
Why does he do like the little wavy thing before he drinks it? He knows he's like in danger, right? Does he like stare it so that it doesn't like stick to the... Jesus. Okay. I have no idea. Hey, Gnome. Hi. How's it going? How are we doing today?
The exotic bird of Somerset Isle.
Had to come see this game. Well, it's a game in theory. In practice, it's more like a torture session that you kind of like put into your own eyes. We missed a lot. Approximately 2.5 hours of constant dialogue and maybe like 5 minutes of actual combat that doesn't do or say much. So yeah, is that count on my HP? Yes, it is. And since I haven't figured out how to block, I'm very close to dying. And have gone through all of my healing potions as well. God, this game. I don't know, are you looking for a recommendation? Because I would not give you one for this. It's like, my recommendation is like, if you ever see like any copies out in the wild, just burn them. Save someone else the trouble of like knowing that this existed. It's like such a bad game. Ah! Such a bad game. I don't... Watching me, sir.
Mine.
Wait, what?
Oh, mine. Mine, I tell you.
Oh, fuck me, more combat. Lovely. Just like running away. I don't know, maybe there's like a parry button or something, or like a block. Oh, okay. Block thingy. I have no idea. The game never tells you anything about these things, and there's like not even like an attack button. So if you kind of like want, let's say like, yeah, okay, just check the like the key binds or something. See, I got there. No.
Courage, little boy.
I'm dead.
Just blood.
Just blood. Jesus. But no, you might be wondering, but let me just show you for a moment. So, controls. WSA, I can't like rebind everything because like it was like on the direction keys to begin with. But anyway, use is E, sword is Q, But how do you attack? You pull out your sword and then you use it with E. That's how you attack. There is no dedicated attack button, but instead you use the weapon once you have it equipped in your hand. That's about it. Like, see on like see on like the bottom left of the screen. That's like the item you currently have active, and depending on what you have there, the use key does like something different. If you have the sword, you use it to attack, to stab people. Basically, that's about it. There's like no, like I've like tried all of the combinations and stuff. There's like no way to. It's like the map key. There's like literally no way to block. There's like no key I can think of. Maybe it's like kind of like a contextual thing. Where you have to like press bug or something to the view key. But the view key is the control key. It doesn't do anything. Look. Yeah, the view key, basically what the view key does is like you keep it pressed. Sorry. God. Wait. Would you press around the same time the enemy attacks? How was I supposed to know that? Oh no. Is this something that was like in the manual or something? Oh, okay, fair enough. So you have to press control at the same time that the guy attacks. Fine. Let's see.
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, okay. Let's like mash both until he dies, I guess. Yep. Dead. F7 is auto defend. God, this game. Now, like, the view key doesn't actually work as intended. I think it's because I'm in combat. I mean, it doesn't, like, knowing that doesn't actually make things better. I'm very sorry to say. This is a very, very, very stodgy game. Yep. Oh shit, I'm dead.
Dodge, parry,
This guy's like nothing if not persistent, huh? Wiki has better explanation. I mean, I say, I assume like originally the explanation on.
I need to use this with something else.
Yeah. Originally, like the explanation would have been in like the manual or something, but I don't know. That it still doesn't. Okay. Wait. Yeah, it's not. See, I had like auto defend on, right? I'm dead. Let's see. Auto defend on. Yeah. I don't think I'll be playing this much longer.
Courage, little boy. It's just
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, slipped in there, didn't ya?
First time, huh?
Oh,
Not this time.
Slipped in
Like
there.
the voices. What's up with the voices? Ooh, oh, ah. Is this guy like somehow getting off on me stabbing him? Because that's what it sounds like. Like it keeps layering the voice lines one after the other every time I hit him. It sounds like he's enjoying it. Like maybe like a bit too much. It's like all of them are like this. Everything is like this in this game. It's like the personification of junkiness in a game. Okay, and suddenly there's like a dwarven thing with a guy on motorcycle.
Greetings, I am Cyrus. What do you know about the island?
Yeah, by the way, okay, we're back into dialogue conversations. Damn it, I'm what? What? Yeah, the voice acting is also all over the place. Did I mention that already? Or there's like way too much dialogue in this game.
Any pirates? Anybody known as Restless Leaf?
You're the first person I've seen in a while. Flash, nobody comes up here, especially pirates. Save,
what?
Run away.
Run away from what?
What did this guy drink today? It's like, did he like bathe in espresso or something?
Into any pirates? Anybody
He's like,
known as Restless Leaf?
You're the first person I've seen in a while. Flash, nobody comes up here, especially pirates. Save, scared. Run away.
Run away from what?
The ghost.
The ghosts. It's like an Elder Scrolls game. When does he hit the ghosts?
I'm looking for a woman named Izara. Have you heard of her?
I hear many things. I hear the pipes rumble, the gears turn, and the whistle of the pack. Funny, a rat won't ever hear any women.
What is this even?
What? Place scares me now. Some ancient dwarven.
Why is he doing sound effects?
What?
Rickon ordered me to fix it, but the ghosts keep me flash awake.
Oh. Why am I doing this to myself?
Have you ever been to the palace?
Really?
Once, before the ghost delivered some dwarven books to Rickon. You don't go in there unless you have something.
Was like the voice actor on the clock or something? Did they pay him by the hour? And like everyone was like, no, you will say this faster because we're paying you by the word, like by the minute, I guess.
Flash? You mentioned the dwarven ruins.
Dwarves! Flash! Like to build everything in small pieces. Damn cookies! Without leaving instructions on their flash! Toys, the ruins, too big and scary for me. Keep yourself, go to the west.
I love how the conversation progressively gets more and more unhinged. Like every time I go down one like conversation topic, he just like tops his last one by just like a small degree of like insanity.
Why did Rickon send you here to fix it? Hey man, stop screaming.
What makes me kill Rasmo be not sick? I was living here. Yay! And pretty mentally stuff. He let me stay if I did. If not, he'd say cut off.
Oh no. So next time anyone tells me how great of a game Skyrim is, I'm gonna show them this. You know, to balance things out. I don't even.
Flash! Ghost in the lighthouse, shine in the light. Flash, flash, flash! Then, Rasmo! Wake the hell up!
But yeah, this is like, all joking aside, this is like one of the like major failings of this game. It's got like way too much conversation, way too much. Like literally, it took me from the time I started the game, it was like 10 or 15 minutes of cutscenes, and then it was literally an hour and 10 minutes of just going around town and talking to everyone. It's like everyone's got like, well, they weren't like quite as unhinged as this guy, but they were close, and all of them have at least 10 conversation topics to go through. Yeah.
You won't fall down. Ghost trying to get me, torment me. Flash, flash, flash.
It's like this was supposed to be an adventure game, and then at the very last moment, like Todd Howard came into like the office and said, "Nope, we're making this into an action game."
How does the orrery work?
Asshole doesn't know. But it watches the sky. Dwarves knew the power of the stars. Watched all the constellations and who they protected.
You burnt your legs in the gear room?
The pain! Steam down there hot as oblivion. Yow! Burnt my legs trying to fix the telescope. Need another gear.
Slow down, Trent. What's in the gear room?
Gears! Flash! Run on steam! Them dwarves had very
What's in the
large
gear room?
legs.
Gears. Okay, thanks. That was very helpful.
You need another gear to fix the telescope?
Dwarven gear! Not just
Also, what makes it worse is that this guy talks like so fast, and then Cyrus is just very, very slow and monotone. So it's like I'm getting like the ER equivalent of cross-eyed. I can't like my ears don't know like what speed they have to focus on.
Constellations? Who do the constellations protect?
If that makes any sense.
each other! Didn't your parents teach you about the stars?
It's like I'm actually getting dizzy listening to this. Half of it is way too fast and half of it is way too slow.
What are the guardian constellations?
Every schoolboy knows of the warrior, the thief, and the wizard, of course. The dwarves didn't believe in magic. So the wizard is the mechanism to them.
What do you mean, charges?
Damn! You never read as a child.
We literally have a book in our inventory that says all of this that we've read. What the
Thief watches the lover in shadow. Warrior the steed and on and on. You Redguards are slow.
Yeah, now I'm upset.
What does the snake constellation do?
It
Slithers from the sky.
it has twins and is like a super soldier.
Guardian watches their target.
That's what the snake constellation does.
Stay calm.
But yeah, like look at this. We actually have a where was it? There you go. Oh, I can't actually show it, but this book has like all the information on the constellations, and we've read it already. So I don't know what the actual F is, like the Cyrus acting like he doesn't know this shit. So yeah, I assume we have to come back here later to do puzzle solving or something. Like get something like this.
I need to use this with something else.
Oh, no, never mind. We actually just stand on it until the thing rotates. Okay. Let me just like check the... Dwarven gear. Okay. So I guess that's what we need to do in the dig site then. Eventually. Oh, wait. Is there like a staircase here? Wonder if it changes depending on which one of these you step on. Nope. Well, at least not this one. It's like actually very tiring. Only 20 minutes more to go. I'm not like a very religious person, but I'm like this close to go pray after this that King's Quest 8 next week is gonna be a lot better, or at least it won't have aged as badly as this. But yeah, seriously, I think partially the frame rate issue at least is because of the ultra high view distance that the game tries to have. Which, by the way, you can't actually adjust because there are no like visuals settings in the game. In fact, if you go under visuals in the options menu, the only thing you can do is toggle the subtitles. Oh, and put scanlines in the cutscenes, I guess, but be a fun patch. I mean, I don't know. Do you see this game as having fans? Is this game likely to have any fans?
Well?
Cyrus, sweetheart.
Because, you know, you actually need some of those to make a fun patch.
Cyrus.
I'm sorry, I'm just like being a bit mean here.
Katara.
It's a
Hello.
beautiful disaster. Yeah.
Cyrus, you were supposed to be delivering that amulet. We had a deal.
We'll talk later.
See, by the way, I've talked with everyone here already. Hopefully, when he hears like an amazing an amazing piece of voice work in this place, I'm just gonna see if I can find that NPC just like very fast. It's like Elder Scrolls as a whole. I mean, Elder Scrolls at least is functional most of the time. This, not so much. And to their credit, at least there's like a lot of things to do in it. This primarily so far is it? I mean, maybe sometimes I don't know. Most of it, some of it. I mean, okay, not Daggerfall, which by the way came out around the same time as this, I think. I don't know. This is something else entirely. I don't know. It feels clunky, stodgy. It feels like badly written, badly executed. This like goes beyond like, you know, the usual Bethesda. We left like around like 10 gigabytes of bugs in it because we thought we could. Oh yeah, there we go. So
Excuse me.
listen to this. There is an
Excuse me, Mariah.
What can I do for you?
There's an entire dialogue tree with this person voiced like that. Let me just like choose something at random. Let's go with the Civil War. Why not?
Wars have never been good to a city.
Especially not this one. First, Ator and the Crown defeat the Forebears, then the Empire.
Like, I want you to like realize something. Someone got paid to do this. Someone got paid to commit their voice to tape or hard disk or whatever, and CD and stuff. And then someone else up the chain approved it, and then they put it in the game.
Michael, the map maker.
I don't know.
Boys in the
If this is intentional, I can't actually figure out why. Why would you want something like this in your game?
By the waterfall.
It's like literally painful to my ears to hear this.
More time on it. People really do enjoy it, especially that arcade boy, Kithra.
It's like so much.
Thanks, Mariah.
It's not even like the only one in town. There's like another dude, a bit like closer to the start, who speaks like what's his name? William Shatner. He just like has like these like absurd pauses, and pauses on like very dumb stuff as well. So if he were to say the word precisely, he would go precise pause ly. And I'm like, why? Why? What weird kind of like vocal affectation is that? Who speaks like that? Oh, okay, I'm lost, but Shiveru's anticipation. Yeah, exactly. That kind of thing. Let me see if I can find him as well. It's like this game is like a case study in like I don't know what exactly, but it feels like I'm at least glad that I know that this exists and that it handles like this. just, you know, because it's kind of like the forbidden knowledge that no one should have, but you're kind of like glad that you do. I don't know, does that make sense?
Hey, Redguard. What about a drink?
Surprisingly, the drunk guy is probably the only guy whose voice fits his, you know, his role in the game. Oh, there we go. No, never mind. No, it's not him. Where is he? Okay, found him. It's like the guy going up the thing. Hi. There we go. Terrific.
Lad?
Let's see like a nice...
May I bother you?
Of course, my boy.
It seems quiet here, especially for a port city. How fares Stros Mackay under Imperial rule?
Defeat is read in every native face, my boy.
Oh no, this is like the one voice line that doesn't have this.
The crown.
Sorry, hold on. Let me just like go... League.
The ship that brought me here was beset upon by some rascals called the Restless League. What do you know about them?
They were the necessary cancer of a nation divided and at war, grown at the borders where the kingdom's skin is most contested by the foreign sword. Fearless men, whose names are all too often breathed in hate. Don't believe them too wrong, for even the prince had their ear.
I fear that my sister's disappearance...
I read more than fear in your face, Redguard. Either retribution or redemption. Alas, sometimes they are the same. Neither can come without...
Okay, this is like surprisingly coherent.
I said nothing about redemption or...
Why else would you be here in this narrative? In
There we
you,
go, another one.
How can the two be the same?
in their concern for blood. In blood as closure. I assure you, it will be spilt before you find your sister. A prayer may do you well.
I don't remember like which one the voice line was, but it actually like,
A fellow
cuts
named
words in
Krendel was
half.
bragging about a map he stole from you. Was he lying?
Krendel, eh? Belly-crawling son of a forebear's cur. It was part of a map, supposedly showing the location of the flask of Lilandril.
Is
In
like
my
the same
youth,
voice
I
actor
was
here?
something of a treasure hunter.
Okay.
Do you remember what was on the map?
2 numbers, an X, and the notation...
2 numbers,
long tree.
an X.
That's all I can remember. If you find it, keep it. I'm too old for such things.
Maybe I can get Krendel to find it for me. Thanks
It's
for
like
your
such
help.
a insane
Thanks, Trip.
delivery. Like all of them are. I just don't know. It's like at this point, I'm not even like playing the game. I'm just like going through the motions, I guess. Also, yeah, by the way, this game has a journal, but it being the paragon of competence that it is,
well,
this is the journal. and if you're maybe wondering how I can find things easily, search or something, I can't. Nope. This is literally like a changelog or something. It doesn't even order them by like quest or something. It just adds them in by the order that you've encountered them. So yeah. Good luck trying to remind yourself of anything using this. Like, no chapters, no quest titles, I guess. No grouping, no way to filter anything. Also, yeah, for some reason, Cyrus can jump way too high. Whoop. But only when he's running. Even though I was actually half paying attention to this, I feel lost. I feel lost that I know what I have to do. I have to deliver the amulet. I have to find my sister. I have to get into the smugglers hideout, I guess. Also go to the temple or some like Temple of Archaea, this one, and speak to the priest. That's like a bunch of things that I know I need to do, but it feels so pointless, you know. It's been like a very long time since like a game has made me feel this way about it. It's like a despair mostly. Like what's even the point of playing this?
Hello, brother. I'm Cyrus, recent to this shore.
Brother Niddle, good son. Welcome to the Temple of Archaea.
At least this guy sounds like a priest. Oh wait, I can ask for healing.
Me, brother Niddle?
Please forgive the formality.
Shit.
But the governor has levied a temple tax of 25 gold for any magical services rendered.
Of
Healing.
course.
Fine.
I've healed you.
My sister Izara has been missing for near 3 months.
Did he just like hand wave my injuries away?
I knew her well, actually. But she never mentioned having a brother. She was a fiery sort, as I'm sure you know, and her Redguard blood did not fare well under Imperial rule. She is not the only nationalist who has disappeared since the governor claimed the city. There have been others.
What others?
And yeah, this is like the reason I don't like this game. It should have had like half the dialogue and twice the action, or at least like some puzzles or something. Like literally the only puzzle I've had to solve in the game in like 3 hours was going around the side of a castle to pull a lever that opened the door. That's it.
Are you a follower of Archaea, Cyrus?
Me? No. Well, not in the worshipper sense.
In what sense, then?
I'm not that wayward, brother. I do believe in the gods and in their,
and you know their importance to man and all that.
And Archaea's importance would be...
Wait, it's like a quiz?
I'm usually the one who asks all the questions, brother Niddle.
Humor an old man.
Oh, no.
Archaea, then, the shepherd of the soul who watches us through our lives and our deaths and guides us between them and the heavenly...
Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Learning Hour.
Over you. Are you a...
Ah, shit, no. I don't want to do this again. Skip.
I'm usually the one who... Archaea. Is there anything you can tell me about the Restless League, brother?
I know very little about their activities.
It would just like be one thing if like all the dialogue actually had, some interest, but they're mostly saying stuff that you already know from the intro.
The common stories
included.
Then know
more often than not, they'll go, yeah, but I don't know anything newer than that. As you know, like if you have to start have your dialogues with as you know, then yes, I do know because you showed me in the intro, so I don't need to hear it again.
Served the prince against the forebears during the Civil War to help Ator win back Sentinel.
What is the League's symbol?
The red R for restless.
For Redguard.
Trust me. You will see it if you stay in Stros Makai for long, invariably written in Imperial blood.
Sentinel, the capital city.
From whence Ator was forced to flee soon after his father died. Aye, but the crowns gathered here at Stros Makai and charged northwards to take their throne city back. But by then, the Imperial bargain had been struck.
Aha. It's like so much stuff.
How is Stros Makai these
Like the annoying thing is that the list keeps expanding the more you ask people stuff.
Faces on the streets. But then again, there aren't that many faces out there anymore.
Izara was a crown, I know that. As a crown, what would be...
I fear, sadly, that the...
It just like keeps unfolding more and more.
You...
Oh my god! Like look at that! Every time I ask something, like 2 new topics appear. It's like the Hydra of dialogue trees or something.
You only get the crown. That the forebears were the pretenders to the throne.
What else do you know about Richten?
that you should stay away from him, my boy. However,
My boy.
you are-
I escaped.
It's like the elderly's version of my dude.
The temple seems very empty, brother.
we have ever been understaffed since he is gone.
What can you tell me about
That he, I assure.
Like more of these.
what if
I was like trying to skip through, and the game's like, okay, you're skipping. Here's like another
Did my
5.
sis-
It's like flex that skip muscle.
so it tours men are in?
Either that, or they.
What about this?
Nagasta has been here long, manifesting Tassad's good rule.
What happened to the bodies of
Food,
the
it,
How?
At least it has the decency to take you back to the root
Do you know?
dialogue tree as soon as
well, man,
I trust that.
will be
as soon as you kind of like expend all of like the other options in the
I'm not.
in like the other
I'm
trees.
usually the.
God, again.
Arcade. Why the temple tax?
just another of Richton's rules, my boy.
When did you let?
I sent him to the park for fresh mandrake. Kithral was against the Imperial expansion from the... This warning, Kithral...
Until later.
Goodbye.
Why would he put... Why would he put the hood up after you were done talking to him? Like, why would he take it down? It doesn't stop him from doing, like, exposition dumps. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is it for today. I'm fumbling. Oh my god, there's water. Get water. Get it.
I need something to put it in.
Of course you do. I'm glad you caught a bit of this. I mean, yeah, I'm glad too. Like, at least someone got warned off. Someone heeded the warning, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of very like. I've never played a game that made me actually physically tired before. I'm like literally kind of like this, my eyes are kind of like starting to get like a bit reddish, and I can't even like think of what to say next. Oh. I was actually like moving the microphone away because I just like wanted to end the stream while talking to the microphone. See, I don't even know what I'm doing with this anymore. Jeez, I was just like cut it off and go to bed or something at like 6:30 p.m. Oh, this is not a good game. Like in any conceivable way. I'm just like going to skip and be done with it. But yeah, thank you for dropping by now, by the way. It's like a nice seeing you around. And also Rooks earlier on, I think. It's like, it certainly seemed like people stayed the hell away from this game. So that kind of like checks out, I guess. But yeah, have a good one as well. And I will see everyone around, probably not tomorrow, but for sure on Monday. With more SMT3, probably. Because I probably won't be doing La Mulana because I ended up playing a bit after stream yesterday and a bit today. So that kind of progressed a bit more than I should. Again, I don't know. Like, that's like a very hard game that I'm probably never going to finish. But every time I play it, I just like have to do like a little bit more. And that's not good if I play after stream. Yeah, but anyway, have a pleasant rest of the day or night, and I will see you around on Monday probably. Until then, have a nice day.